Can you explain to me what your legal case is?
My case is that we're challenging the constitutionality of the bubble zone law.
I will fight it on my own, and if they find me, I will not pay it and go to jail. If they jail me, I will fast.
Imagine living someplace where you no longer have free speech in certain public areas because of what you believe. Well, that's exactly what's happening to pro-life advocates in Ontario. The province's totalitarian abortion bubble zone law works in the following ways. It restrains you from making your opinion known anywhere between 50 to 150 meters in front of places where abortions are committed. The law passed in 2017 and it essentially bans pro-life speech. Any individual who dares to express pro-life views in the abortion bubble zone, whether that be peacefully protesting, holding a sign, or even simply praying to end abortion, can face arrest, large fines, and even imprisonment. One individual, however, has taken a stand against this anti-free speech law. Father Tony Van He has become a pro-life hero for his decades of praying and fasting on Parliament Hill to end abortion. He decided to do something about this abortion bubble zone law. He was arrested in 2018 for carrying a sign defending free speech into the abortion bubble zone of the Morgentaler abortion mill in downtown Ottawa. While the charges were dropped last November, Van He continues his constitutional challenge against this law. Father Tony Van He is a Canadian Jesuit Catholic priest and a hero for the pro-life movement.
Hello, my name is Tony Van He, and I want to apologize to you from the start for reading rather than speaking spontaneously. For me, your understanding of what is being said is more important than my groping for words to express myself, which I inevitably have to do when speaking spontaneously. So please accept my apologies.
Do you believe that Canada has authentic free speech?
Yes and no. Canada does support free speech, but also makes it very difficult to exercise it, as in my own case.
On October 24th, 2018, Father Tony Van He was arrested for advocating for free speech. He was charged for intimidation under Ontario's totalitarian abortion bubble zone law.
What is your message to Canada and to pro-lifers?
To Canada, I would say, quotation, "The wheels of justice turn slowly, but grind exceedingly fine." End of quotation. So please be patient. To pro-lifers, I would say, although the cruelty of abortion, especially the procedure by which the child is pulled apart limb by limb, is too horrendous even to look at, I want to believe that God is with each mother and each child, strengthening and consoling them to enable them to endure such savagery peacefully.
With Roe v. Wade being overturned in America, what do you think it will take politically, socially, spiritually, for something like that to happen here in Canada?
Politically, men have to take on their responsibility to protect and provide for women and children. There should be more men than women fighting for a culture of life, and there are not. At present, there are probably 10 more women than every man. Secondly, the prophetic and pastoral approaches have to work together, as in Greg Cunningham's U.S., Canadian, and UK Centers for Bioethical Reform. Both approaches are necessary, showing on the one hand, in every way possible, the savagery of abortion, and on the other hand, helping expectant mothers in every way possible. Socially, Motherhood, children, adoption, and family must be honored, loved, celebrated, and promoted. Spiritually, since only God can change hearts and minds, prayer, fasting, and witnessing, as modeled by 40 Days for Life and by Life Chain, are critically necessary.
Why were you on Parliament Hill in Ottawa for so many years? What were you doing and why?
In 1989, Kurt Gale asked others to join him in a fast on Parliament Hill to end abortion. I joined him and then continued to pray, fast, and witness to end abortion until October 2018.
What happened on the day you got arrested? Why were you holding out that sign?
The police charged me with intimidation and confiscated my signs, which read on the front, "The primacy of free speech, cornerstone of Western civilization," and on the back, "Without free speech, the state is a corpse." I was holding the signs to promote free speech, which was then and still is today being unlawfully denied us.
How would you encourage the up-and-coming generation in the fight for protecting life?
The up-and-coming generation is already making a big difference, especially those who have taken part in internship programs. So get involved. Do something. To do nothing is not an option.
As a result of your prayer and fasting on Parliament Hill, was there anything significant that happened that you can remember?
The most notable effect upon people of my time on Parliament Hill was the fact of my just being there, showing up for work each day, so to speak. Firstly, because this assured people that opposition to abortion was visibly present every day in the nation's capital. Secondly, because in my very first year on Parliament Hill, Glenn Keely, a demonstrator against corruption in the Mulroney government, was so effective that they passed a special regulation to move all demonstrators 50 meters back from all building entrances. Neither Glenn nor I observed that regulation and were arrested. Because the government was really after Glenn, but could not arrest him without arresting me, the pro-life cause also got nationwide attention for the whole week we were in prison, which it would never have gotten had I not shown up for work the day they arrested Glenn Keely. Well, don't have an abortion because that won't help you. That'll just cause more problems for you. So it's not a solution. And having a child is God's greatest gift, natural gift to us. Somebody said every child is God's way of saying life must go on. So there's lots of hope, and children can give you a whole new perspective on life. And the responsibility of a child will help you grow to maturity. God is at the heart of everything. He manages our life totally, really. We don't understand it or believe it, but I believe that He gives us exactly what we need every nanosecond. He's that close to us and that provident.
I love what Father Tony Van He said about young men needing to step up into the abortion battle and start defending pregnant mothers and children from the clutches of the abortion industry. Men were designed by God to be fighters and protectors. Abortion is the biggest battle of our times. Lives are at stake. It's time for men to step into the breach in this battle. Long gone are the days when people erroneously thought that abortion was a choice to be made between a woman and her doctor. It takes a man and a woman to create a new life. And it also takes a man to defend and protect that new life he has created. Father Van He is an example to all men about what it means to
Be a man, to stand firm, and to do something to end the killing.